So, yeah, I think they're voting on whether or not to concur in the Senate amendment, which is to essentially open the government again. Yeah. So this is like no joke. This is the vote to reopen the federal government right here, I believe. They're voting on it right now. So we are sitting here watching history right this moment together. You and me. You guys and me. If this, I believe if this passes this vote, because they've already voted on it twice at this point. I think they had a couple of test votes, I want to say. But on motion to concur in the Senate amendment, this is the continuing resolution amendment that they're trying to pass to... You can't say daddy regiment? Yeah, you can. What are you talking about? I hate this auto mod. Is it really doing some weird stuff where you can't... It says deleted? Nah, it's in the chat for me, man. Why is it deleted? That's weird. I'll have to check it out and fix it. Yeah, we see it on Twitch. Yeah, we can see it on Twitch, Regiment. That's weird. I wonder why. I'll have to go back there and fix that. But yeah, so I believe as soon as this gets kicks as deleted, rare kick L. That's weird. That's strange. So in 8 minutes, hopefully this thing gets signed off, and then it's going to go to the president to sign into law, I believe, unless they have to do one more vote. I don't think they have to do another vote after this. It's 8 p.m. The bill ends the government shutdown by providing FY26 continuing appropriations for most federal agencies through January 30th. Yep. And providing appropriations through the end of FY 2026 for agriculture, military construction, and veteran affairs and legislative branch programs. Also extends various expiring programs and authorities. Restream bot. I think it's the Restream chat bot. I don't know. I'm watching C-SPAN before 40. I owe my dad $5. This is not C-SPAN, I don't think. But it is interesting to watch these votes happen. You know? Because it's like, most people don't see this stuff. You know? I bet that one Democrat, yay, is Fetterman. Well, no, because Fetterman is a senator. He's not a congressman, so he wouldn't be in there voting. I don't know who that is, but typically these votes go along party lines, so it's interesting to see that anybody voted in opposition to the rest of their party. Looks like 80 Republicans still need to vote. 77 Democrats still need to vote. Yeah. Oh, no, you're right. You're okay, Dark Knight. It's all good. It's all good. I really don't know many people's names other than the only people's names that I know are like the folks that are in the news a lot, that do a lot of interviews, or that are like they say crazy stuff and get lots of headlines because they say wild and kooky things. Like everybody knows Ocasio-Cortez, you know, and everybody knows like a lot of the other folks that are, you know, in either leadership roles or that have said wild stuff on the internet. So they need to stop jorking and open it back up. Yeah. What's the count needed to pass? I think it just needs to be a simple majority for this, I believe. So like it could just, as long as there's one more vote than, so as long as the yays have one more vote than the nays, I think it passes. I believe. With the with Congress. It's different in the Senate, obviously, but in Congress, I think they just need a simple majority. I think. They only got 5 minutes left. 5 minutes left in the 5 minutes on the clock. 5 minutes on the clock. Oh, they got 2 Democrats voting for it. Nice. Interesting. It's always interesting. They do be jorking. Some of these whereas has to be 65% of A, B, C, D is annoying. Yeah, I don't know. 57 have not voted Republicans. 48 have not voted in Democrats. Mr. Trench. I need them. I need them to reactivate so that way people can fly safely. Because that's one of the things I'm thinking about. That's the most dangerous. Is like Americans flying around the country with no air traffic controllers. Like, bro, we don't need that. We don't need that. Yeah, we need it to be reactivated. We need it funded. It's pretty easy to see how you don't actually need the government when it stops functioning for a while. Well, a lot of this money is like, where's the money coming from? And how did it all of a sudden stop? And how does a vote start it again? How does a vote all of a sudden now we've got the money? Like, you voting didn't just make the money appear out of thin air. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that money's there. It's just like, what's happened? You know what I mean? It's just weird. It's all weird. It's like Monopoly money and stuff. It's like magic and fairy dust. It's like magic fairy dust. You know? Yeah. They've been well below staffed for a bit. Yeah. It's mom and dad fighting over bills. Yeah. Okay, fund the air traffic controllers. That's fair. Yeah, yeah. I definitely want to make sure that people are like safe because like the air traffic controllers were already super understaffed. Like local Hellion was talking about. I'm surprised they didn't just quit on the spot. Yeah, because they've been super stressed, man. Like that's a stressful, one of the most stressful jobs in the nation, I think, outside of being like a police officer. Probably, it's definitely a high risk and high stress job, but we need it so bad. It's so pivotal. A government shutdown is a breach of contract. It turns taxes into stolen goods. I don't know. Yes, I know, Riley. I know you've been traveling all day. That's why I'm glad that you got where you got safely. It's just because Congress has to approve for money to flow. Money is just numbers on a screen ever since we stopped backing it with gold and started backing it with missiles. That's a fair point. That's a fair point because it definitely ain't backed in gold anymore. I think, wasn't it? I think it was Nixon that took us off the gold standard, wasn't it? I want to say. Man, I feel like that was such a mistake. I feel like we should have stayed on the gold standard. I think coming off that was a poor choice. Yeah, it was Nixon. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, we definitely and it was a mistake. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I wish we could get back on it. Get back on the gold standard. I don't know if it's possible. We'd probably have to pay off the federal deficit first before we could get back on any type of standard. We need to pay our damn bills. You know, it's like if the government took out a credit card and just put like $50 trillion on it, and they're like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna not pay that off. I'm just gonna like leave it." Imagine if you had a credit card with $50 trillion on it, and you like couldn't pay it off or just never paid it off. Do you think that the bank would allow you to keep using it? Probably not, dude. They'd probably be like, yeah, you're done. We're going to cut you off, dude. You've spent way too much money. Thing is, you don't have to pay your debts when you back your currency with violence. Yeah. It's true, man. I'm not an expert. I'm not an economic expert, but I know that debt is bad. Yeah, I know debt is bad too. I don't like having debt at all. I hate it, in fact. I absolutely despise having debt. I do not like it. I wish I had none. The government is not funded by taxes. It's funded by IOUs, which the Federal Reserve, it's not federal, prints money whenever they want. It's why our debt keeps going up no matter what. All money is monopoly money. Yeah. 1 minute on the clock and they're neck and neck. Wow, we got one Republican saying nay. I wonder who that was. 20 still haven't voted on the Republican side. 13 still haven't voted on the Democrat side. 3 Democrats jumped ship to vote yay. Interesting. So it's 2:01 to 1:99, and there's 27 seconds on the clock. 2:02 to 2:01. Still got 19, 18. Get your votes in, boys. Get your votes in. Is it going to be this neck and neck, dude? It is so divided right down the center. It is literally divided right down the center. Get your votes in, boys. Still got 16 of you out there. Still got 11 of you out there. What's going on? Time remaining on the clock is 1-0. I guess those must be like electronically coming in. Those must be just electronically coming in, I guess. Non-voters. Non-voters equals to 24 right now. Okay, there we go. There's another 13, 12, 9, 11, 10. All right, these are probably just trickling in last second. They probably already voted. It's just taking time to populate because the electronics are delayed. Makes me anxious. There are people just walking around there, I know. They're all just like rolling around. 10 Republicans left, 7 Democrats left. 17 total. Was 211 to 205. 212 to 205. Wow. Another Democrat jumped ship. Wow. That's 4 total. Interesting. Interesting. 212 to 205. Got 9 Republicans left. 9 left. 6 Democrats left. I wonder if they're making... I wonder if they're like coming up with a decision. If they're like trying to make their minds up or what's going on. Mail-in ballots. A wise man once said the rich rule over the poor and the borrower is servant to the lender. Yeah, that's what I've heard. I've heard that too. Yeah, let's see. Still got 9 non-voter Republicans, 5 non-voter Democrats. For a total of 14. Oh, there's... Oh, wow. Another Republican jumped ship, said nay. Nay. Okay. That is so wild. How isn't that crazy that none of, like, so many Democrats are like, we don't want to vote for this? It's like, why... And why do the Republicans want to? It must just be because there's like some stuff like snuck into the legislation that's not kosher with them. So they're like, hey, we're all going to vote along the same lines. Yeah, because I know there was some like... It was King Solomon that said that in Proverbs. Oh, nice. Okay. Perfect time for a horse pun. It's like watching a horse race. 211... Republicans are voting yay so far to 2 nays. Dems, there's 5 voting yay and 205 voting nay. Still got 6 Republicans who haven't voted and 4 Democrats that haven't voted. What are you guys doing? Have you voted yet? Is it just tallying? Is it tallying? The timer on the clock ran out quite a while ago. Quite some time ago. 1 more yay seals the deal. Oh, yeah, because it just needs a minimum of 218, I think. Yeah, I think you're right. Ah, there it is. 219. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Got a couple more Republicans in there on that one. So now it's... Oh, 220. Oh, a 6th Democrat jumped ship. Wow. 221 to 208. We got 4 people. Waiting on 4. 3 people. 222 to 208. Longest government shutdown, I think, is going to be ended. Yeah. After this, the government is going to, or the bill has to go to, or the amendment has to go to the president. I believe. Is there somebody like protesting in there right now? Everybody was staring at the back room, at the back of the room. I want to be able to tour this area one day. I've never been in that room before, but it'd probably be interesting to go in there and just like see what it looks like. Like if I had a escort or something, it'd be kind of cool. Needs to be 60% vote. I think it just needs to be a simple majority, but I might be wrong. I think if it had, I think as long as it was 218 or higher, they were good. Yeah, I think you can tour it. I think so too if it's a guided tour and they're not in session. Obviously, if they're in session, like I doubt anybody would be allowed to tour. I think it's open during the off time for tours. Yeah, I think so too. I believe so. My friend has several contracts with the government and even said even with the shutdown ends today, he's not going to get paid out until January. Oh, bro. That's terrible. How is there still 1 and 1 who haven't voted?
On this vote, the yeas are 222, the nays are 209. The bill is passed.
The bill is passed.
The motion is adopted.
The motion is adopted. Like an adopted cat or dog.
Without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table.
The motion to reconsider. What does that mean? What does the motion to reconsider mean? What's happening? What is happening? Does that mean that it's passed? Does that mean it's passed? Now ATC can go back to just being stressed AF instead of losing their minds. I guess. Does that mean that the bill passed? Everybody's getting their coats. It looks like everyone's about to head out.
The chair lays before the House a communication.
The Honorable the Speaker, House of Representatives, sir. I respectfully request to be relieved from assignments to the House Armed Services Committee and the House Select Committee on Competition between the United States and the Chinese Communist Party, effective immediately. It has been an honor and privilege to serve on these committees on behalf of my constituents and the American people. Signed sincerely, Mikey Sherrill, Member of Congress.
Without objection, the resignation is accepted.
Okay, so now they're dealing with other business. Like somebody just resigned from the House Armed Services Committee. That has nothing to do with funding the government. I think that vote was the funding of the government. And then I think the President of the United States is supposed to sign it at 9:45 p.m. this evening. And then it'll be signed into law. Yeah, I think that the shutdown will be over after the President signs the amendment. I believe. Let's see if I can find out. Let's see. I'm sure somebody's probably covering it. House of Representatives passed a continuing resolution to fund the federal government with 6 Democrats defecting 222 to 209. It now heads to President Trump's desk for his signature. Okay. Yep. So that's it. It looks like the president's going to sign it at 9:45 tonight, and then the government will officially be funded until January 30th. And then they'll have to play this game all over again. All over again.